That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
We can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
Welcome back to the channel. And my name is Rashad. I might get $100 if I do it a fraud. And you know just who I am, and you know who I be, and you know that I be in these YouTube streets. What in the world is going on? My name is Rashad Milligan. This is the Road 5K subs, man. We're ending near the end of the month. We got 6 more days in the month, and I'm about like what? At the time I'm recording this, 26 subs away from 5,000. I don't know, man. I don't know, twin. I'm feeling kind of good. 26. And then we got, it's it's technically the 25th. So we got on. Where is my super? Okay, I'm back. Okay, because I know I did one live, right? Where I was off the camera and I was like, oh, I could keep going. It's still picking up my mic and stuff. I look back, the whole live was gone. Anyways, I got the Tabitha Turner update, things of that sort. I got the the statement from the lawyers and everything like that. They plan on doing a press conference in the morning tomorrow in Atlanta and things of that sort. I'll skip those details just because it wasn't public information, but everything else I will be reading, and I'm not going to share the screen for it. Oh, I'll share a screen, like a picture of Tabitha Turner, just so people know that this is Tabitha Turner. All right, hold down. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody had a good day, things of that sort, and I look forward to having a productive conversation with you all tonight. Shout out to all the people that pulled up for Birds in the Buckets. It was a great discussion. Great energy, things of that sort. If you know, you know. Shouts out to all my brothers that pulled up, all the supporters in the comment section. All right, bet. All right, I'm gonna read this thing now. Here we go. Where we at with it? I'm pulling up the statement. I will not be sharing the screen on the statement, and I'll be skipping some details. But it ain't no like details pertaining to the case. It's just details before it's like where stuff is gonna happen. Okay, all right, hold on. Where we at? I hope it doesn't jump or whatever. Okay, Tabitha Turner, a respected sports figure in Atlanta. Here we go. A respected sports figure in Atlanta who currently serves as a reporter and analyst for the Atlanta Hawks and Atlanta Dream will address the media tomorrow regarding a violent and traumatic incident she recently experienced with an Uber driver after she was returning home from the Atlanta Hartsfield International Airport this past Saturday. According to an incident report prepared by an officer with the Hapeville Police Department, Miss Turner was picked up at an airport. It was a passenger of an Uber driven by, and then it has the lady's young name. I guess I'll say it since Tabitha's name is out there. Mary Cole Smith at approximately 3:40 p.m. Saturday, June 21st, 2025. At the time Miss Turner was picked up by the Uber driver, Miss Turner noticed that the windows of the vehicle were down in 90-degree weather. The pair were traveling northbound on I-85 near the airport when Miss Turner asked the driver to turn on air conditioning in the vehicle and rolled the windows up due to the heat. According to the incident report and the cell phone video, the driver then became irritated, pulled over into the emergency lane of the expressway, stopped the car, and demanded Miss Turner leave the. Hold on, I lost the thing. Give me a second now. Where we at? And demanded Miss Turner leave. Okay. Immediately exit the vehicle. Miss Turner advised the driver that she preferred the Uber trip to be completed to her home as scheduled, but if not, that was the option. She would leave the vehicle on the very busy expressway as requested only by the Uber driver, called the police, and refunded the fare. The Uber driver refused either option, got out the vehicle, and attempted to physically remove Miss Turner from the vehicle, which was unsuccessful. The Uber driver then got back to the vehicle and escalated the violence against her. I keep losing the message. I needed to copy and paste this into like I think. the message Uber driver unsuccessful. Okay. The video shows the Uber driver deploying a can of mace on Miss Turner's face, leaning into the back seat and physically, uh, beating up Miss Turner. In response, Miss Turner deployed her own pepper spray, which but was unsuccessful in stopping the assault. Oh, the fight. With Miss Turner unable to see, the Uber driver left the vehicle again and continued the physical fight against Miss Turner outside the vehicle, which resulted in injuries on both women. Another driver witnessed the incident and pulled over to call police. Once officers with the Hapesville Police Department arrived, they took statements from the witness, Miss Turner, and the Uber driver. According to the incident report, after additional investigation and video of the incident, it was determined that the Uber driver was the aggressor, and a warrant was issued for her arrest and charges on both battery and simple battery, both misdemeanors. Following the incident, the Uber driver sought out Miss Turner on social media, targeting Miss Turner's social pages, her employers, and her reputation by posting a story full of misrepresentations and inaccurate information on social media that are not supported by evidence. This has led to a significant backlash online against Miss Turner, including threats of violence against her and her family, when in fact Miss Turner was the victim. Ms. Turner is speaking to clarify the facts and ensure the public has a clear and truthful understanding of the incident. A copy of the Hapeville Police Department is attached. And then I need to credit the Dominguez Law Firm. So this video is from the Dominguez Law Firm. That press release I just read was from the Dominguez Law Firm. Okay, so here's okay. I guess I'll play the video first. I'll play the video first, and then we will go from there. All right. So let me play the video. I'm gonna stop sharing the screen and I'm gonna present the video for you guys. This isn't on the internet yet or anything. It's not an exclusive, I wouldn't say. How you do like a I'm trying to see how to pull this up by itself. Maybe if I okay. Oh no. You can only pull it up if it's is there any way I could I might have to save it. Hold on, I'm trying to protect, what I'm saying, everything. How would I do so? Would I share my entire screen? I feel like if I share my okay. All right, I'm gonna share my screen and we're gonna do it like that. So I got a lot of tabs up, but yeah. Okay. Let me see if I could just ignore me. Hold on, can I stretch this out? All right, we're gonna do it like that. Cool beans. Cool beans. We'll do it like this.
Yeah, I know, baby. I just wanted a full Uber. That's it. I just wanted a full Uber. Call the cops or refund my money. Because you're not, if you refund my money, I'll get out the car. I cannot refund you your money. Why not? Retarded. Why not? You are retarded. I requested a cool. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh.
What the fuck is wrong with you? You got the right fucking.
Hey yo. Hey yo. All right. Let's stop sharing. That was crazy. That was insane. Yeah, she was definitely the aggressor. Like, not only the way she was talking to her was crazy. And there was a sign that there might have been some type of, like, what I'm saying, like, wrongdoing on the Uber driver's part, because she said we both should have been arrested, to be honest, because we were both physical. Tabitha did not reach in her, I mean, I don't know, maybe she did, but like she was yelling slurs at her, she was cussing at her, and then, like, I don't know, bro. That was crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you, gang. And Tabitha, it wasn't even like Tabitha was like all dolled up and she was complaining. She looked legit hot, like chilling, no makeup type deal. Like, she just wanted to get home from the airport, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Tabitha, hey, I'm riding with Tabitha. I ain't gonna lie. I'm rocking with Tabitha. I ain't gonna lie. Tabitha, we stand with you in solidarity. Does that make me fake, man? Does that make me fake? I'm sorry, but hey, shout out to Tabitha Turner, bro. Tabitha, we stand with Tabitha, bro. That Uber driver was disrespectful, bro. She was cussing at her, everything. That's why I guess you wait to get both sides of the story, huh? So, hey, someone said it. They said, I want to hear Tabitha's side of this. A couple people told me that yesterday. Shouts out to both of them boys, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know who y'all are. But geez, Louise, dog. That was crazy. That was crazy. Cause she said I went back to the pickup point. She didn't go back to no pickup point. She said that was the middle of the dang highway. She said, bruh, I ain't trying to get out in the middle of the dang highway, bruh, and request another Uber, bruh. Just take me back. She said, you sound effing the R word. Oh my gosh. And then she said, get the bleep out. And she started, bro, what? Miss Ma'ams. Miss Uber driver, ma'am, I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's raps for you now, bro. Hey, shout out to Tabitha Turner, going to her law firm and making sure they got the right statement, right press release. I'm glad she got it on video. She said she got it on video. It's crazy. The girl got it on video and you still gonna move that way. It's crazy, bro. Crazy. All right. But that's the Tabitha Turner update. Jeez Louise. Okay, now to some somber news. Uh Joy Lee-McNelis, the former coach of the women's basketball coach at Southern Miss, she has passed away. I believe it was just announced maybe like yesterday or 2 days ago that she will be inducted into the Memphis Hall of Fame, Memphis Sports Hall of Fame. And this is tough. This is tough, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Just following her journey from afar, coaching, having to leave, coming back, McNeil strong, the entire thing with her and stuff. It was it was really tough seeing this news, having her receive her flowers, her retirement tour, everything like that. Seeing this was really tough, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't even dress it up to you, twin. But let me see. Let me see if we have a Memphis. Like she was just announced to be in the Memphis Hall of Fame. Let me see. Yeah, 1 day ago. 1 day ago, bro. Shout out to Jason. Jason been there forever. Former Memphis women's basketball coach Joy Lee-McNelis named to the Memphis Sports Hall of Fame. Former Memphis women's basketball coach Joy Lee-McNelis was announced June 23rd as the first member of the Memphis Sports Hall of Fame class 2025. The rest of the class will be announced in the coming weeks. According to the news release, the formal introduction ceremony will be held in October in the Renton Convention Center. Lee-McNelis recently retired from coaching after spending the past 21-year seasons as the women's basketball coach at Southern Miss, her alma mater. It's been an incredible honor to be recognized by the Memphis Sports Hall of Fame, Lee-McNelis said in a prepared statement. Memphis was more than a job. It was a family. The players, the fans, and the city made it feel like a place. We built something special together. I'm grateful for every moment in memory. Lee-McNelis spent 13 seasons at Memphis, leading it to 4 NCAA tournament appearances and 4 WNIT berths. She guided the team to 229 victories during her tenure, making her the second winningest coach behind Mary Lou Johns in program history. She and Johns are the only Tiger coaches to win at least one NCAA tournament game under Lee-McNelis. Memphis defeated Southern California in the NCAA East Regional. She was also a finalist for National Coach of the Year in 1995. The Tigers won 4 straight regular season conference championships with Lee-McNelis at the helm, as well as a pair of conference tournament titles. Former Memphis star Tamika Whitmore, 2023 Memphis Sports Hall of Fame inductee, played for McNelis. She's the only one of 2 former Tigers to play in the WNBA. LaTanya Johnson, who also played for Lee-McNelis, is the other. She pushed us hard, but she always believed in us even more. Whitmore said in a statement, Coach McNelis changed my life on and off the court. I'm proud to see her legacy honored in the city where she gave so much. Lee-McNelis amassed 339 victories during her time as a coach at Southern Miss. Her coaching record stands at 568 and 464 and 34 seasons. Literally got her flowers, man, up until the last day. So this is today from Jason once again at the Commercial Appeal. Shout out to Jason. And here's his story on this one. Lee-McNelis, one of the more successful coaches in Memphis women's basketball history, died on June 24th after a years-long battle with lung cancer, the University of Southern Mississippi has announced. She was 63. Will forever cherish the life of Coach McNelis, all she gave to Southern Miss and her Lady Eagles. The official Southern Miss women's basketball account posted on X. Her story was an inspiration to countless people around the world. Lee-McNelis' initial lung cancer diagnosis, stage 4, came out in 2017. It returned in 2021, and then again in 2023, and once more in 2025. A fiery and genuine, faith-driven and loyal, Lee-McNelis was a force. She spent 21 seasons as a head coach at Southern Miss, her alma mater. She retired following the 2024-2025 season. Before that, the Leetown, Mississippi native served as the Tigers head coach for 13 seasons from 1991 to 2004, succeeding Mary Lou Johns, the program's all-time winningest coach. Under Lee McNelis, who was 28 years old when former Memphis athletic director Charles Cavernaro and associate AD Lynn Parks hired her, the Tigers won 229 games, 4 regular season conference championships, 2 league conference titles. She got in Memphis, to 4 women's NCAA tournament appearances, more than any other coach in program history, and 4 WNIT berths. The Tigers' best season with Lee McNelis, who was announced as the class of 2025 Memphis Sports Hall of Fame inductee on June 23rd at the helm, was 1994 and 1995. He finished 22-8, won the Great Midwest Conference Championship, and defeated Southern Cal in the NCAA East Regional. On the strength of this success, Lee McNelis was a finalist for National Coach of the Year. It was a magical time, she told the Commercial Appeal in 2021. We played a lot of really, really good teams. We were a really good team. What we were founded on in my era was hard work and a sense of toughness, Lee McNelis told the Hattiesburg American in 2025 when she was named the U.S. Today's Woman of the Year. Memphis has won more than 22 games in a season just once since then, in 2011-2012. Lee McNelis and Johns are the only coaches to win the game in the NCAA tournament, which began in 1982. Following Memphis' string of 4 straight March Madness appearances, Southern Miss tried to hire Lee McNelis before the 1990-2000 season. Then, in May 2004, the Golden Eagles came calling again, and again she told them no. But Southern Miss was persistent, and the lure of the homecoming was too much to resist. It wasn't like they offered and bingo, I was going, Lee McNelis said at the time. It was difficult to leave a place that you really care about and you spent 13 years at. Former Memphis athletic director R.C. Johnson made a counteroffer to try to keep McNelis, but it was not meant to be. It's been a remarkable run with her success on the court, and she's been an awfully strong asset to the community and the department off the court, she said. She's a class individual, and she will be missed. Lee McNelis won 339 games at Southern Miss, where she became an M Club Hall of Famer in 1997 and was inducted as the school's Legends Club in January 2025. When doctors first told her that she had lung cancer in 2017, Lee McNelis struggled to comprehend the news. I've always been of the thought, that'll never be me, she told the Hattiesburg American in 2017. I've always been the one trying to help everyone else get through tough times. I'm the tough cat. But over the years, her health problems took a toll. She missed practices and games in recent seasons because she was either undergoing procedures or recovering from them. In 2024-2025, Lee McNelis was away from the sideline most of the time while dealing with the effects of the cancer and its treatments. Throughout it all, support from the women's basketball community poured from across the country. McNelis strong t-shirts and wristbands were worn regularly, while tribute posts routinely popped up on social media. John Calipari's time as Memphis men's basketball coach overlapped with Lee McNelis' last 4 seasons with the Tigers. Joy Lee tell you, I used to go to her practices because she pressed way better than I was pressing John Calipari. The Memphis men's basketball coach said in a video posted on December 2023, a good woman, a terrific coach, and I am McNelis strong. Shout out to Jason, first of all, for these stories, for documenting them and things of that sort, and making sure this place and time, is just there. You know what I'm saying? Tough for a lot of Mississippi athletes in particular because a lot of at the same time kind of the overlap was the former coach at Mississippi State, you know, and to have both of them going through what they went through at the same time was just crazy. And now I say may both of their souls rest in peace for sure. Um this is something, with women that is just, what I'm saying, it's kind of like way happens way too often, bro. Way too often with them. Like I said, for it to be for it to happen with both coaches, you know what I'm saying, at the same time to be dealing with it was just insane to me, you know what I'm saying? It was just insane to me. Hold on, I'm about to pull her up. I'm about to pull Nikki McCray up to show Nikki McCray that respect as well. Rest in peace to Nikki McCray Pinson, former Mississippi State coach, and of course former Olympian and WNBA woman. Bless you, women's basketball great. Just it was crazy they were going through it at the same time, and now both of them are departed. Like as head coaches, like that shouldn't be something that should be normalized. Just a terrible disease all the way around, affecting, doesn't discriminate age, gender, like whatever. Just terrible, bro. Just taking people's lives. Like, you never want to question, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's such a cruel disease. You see it like strip away people's strength and just everything they have in them in such a short period of time or elongated periods of time with the right treatments and stuff. And it's just like you say, you don't want to question, but that's like the closest you get to question of just like, why? You know what I mean? Yo, what's up, SSB? Just showing love to Nikki McCray Pinson, former Mississippi State women's basketball coach. And today, Joy Lee-McNelis, former coach at Southern Miss. Both of them were dealing with health issues and the C word at the same time, in like the late 2010s, early 2020s. Both kind of had to step away from their roles as head coaches, and shortly thereafter passed away. But I'm glad at least Joy Lee-McNelis was able to receive her flowers while she could still smell them, from everybody in the basketball community. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I just want to say that, man. And we'll get on now. We get on now to the next part of the stream. A little more lighthearted stuff. It's my first time really taking a look at it because I kind of like skipped it all day. But the XXL freshman list is something I cover every single year. I'd probably skipped a couple years, probably like between like 2016 and maybe 2020, but every other year I usually do it. So here we go. I want to see who I can name first, just without the thing, just without the name cards, and then we'll go from there. Jello, Nino Paid. This look like Lil Got It, but I'm not sure who that is. This is Baby Chief Do It. I am not sure who this fellow is. Laser Dim, Rayvon, Samara Sin, the best rapper on here. 1900 Rugrat, Ian. I'm not sure who this is. Okay. So one of these guys is Lil Shimmy. Oh, this is Eam Triplin. Okay, Eam Triplin can rap. He can rap. This kid can rap. Eam Triplin. Yeah, I know who that is. Uh, I've heard of Lil Shimmy. I don't know how he looks, obviously. And this is not Lil Got It. This is YTB Fat, apparently. And I know YTB Fat. He has like one song that's like really popular, Lil Shimmy. So by process of elimination, this is Lil Shimmy. Okay, so hey, I ain't that out of touch, but I ain't as tapped in as I used to be. I used to know all the names. Jello, Ian, Laserdem, 700, Rayvon, Nino Pay, Lil Shimmy, M Triplin, Baby Chief Do It, 1900 Rugrat, YTB Fat, Samarson. That's crazy. What's her name in Get On? The my girl. Um, la 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 la, ooh my babe, Star Bands. How Baby Chief Do It make it, but not Star Bands? It's kind of crazy, right? Like Star Bands, she got a hit record. um, yeah, man. Okay. What do I think about this? Samarson can really rap. Rayvon, he's had that TDE push heavy and stuff like that. He's been working. M Triplin can really rap. 1900 Rugrat. Well, Nino Pay can really rap, but he also has like they say a street appeal because he like story tells about pain of like kind of like growing up in traumatic environments and things of that sort. I rock with Nino Pay, even though I don't listen to him that much. Like I will say, like I just respect his craft and stuff like that because the few songs I have heard, like his most popular songs, just because everybody kept talking about him, and Kai was playing him on stream. I'm not even gonna lie, like I think Kai was the one that actually played him for me first before I went out of my way to look him up and stuff like that. I really like him though, so salute to him. But out of all these artists, my favorite right now is hands down Samara Sin. I was just listening to because I was listening to Lareezy. I was listening to Lareezy and he had a song with Samara Sin, and I listened to that. And then of course that brought me back to dang Overcast, the what a lo, what a go, what a taught me, telling you owe me some money, saying you like owe me some money, stumbling, sister, stuttering, I don't do the fumbling like y'all trick, y'all trick. First time, I probably tell this story a lot. I tell the same stories a lot if y'all know. But first time I was like locked into Samara Sin and I was like, I'm so first time I heard of her, or first time I listened to her was when she did the Master Freestyle. Shake Knows Rap posted it on Twitter, and that was the first time I was introduced to her. She went viral and stuff like that for that freestyle, the Master Freestyle from Tyler the Creator on Call Me If You Get Lost. So I was just going through her stuff, but the first time I knew I was locked in, her SoundCloud, she has a freestyle over Tupac's I Get Around. And the freestyle is all about her living in LA, moving to LA, chasing her dreams as a rapper, as a musician, but riding Uber to pay the bills. And the whole freestyle is about her driving Uber over Tupac's. Like it was like I was like, and it took me a while to like I was like listening to it, and I was like, oh, she's talking about riding Uber, driving Uber. This is pretty, you know what I'm saying, pretty creative and things of that sort. And I'm listening to it. And then I realized, I'm like, yo, the sample is I Get Around. And she says I Get Around at the end of it. And I'm just like, yo, she did a freestyle where I Get Around talking about driving Uber. I don't know. This is the craziest stuff to me. I tweeted her immediately that day. And this was like she only had like 200 followers at the time. On Instagram she had like 20,000 already. She had 20,000, 30,000. But on Twitter she only had like 200. Let me see if what's her name on here. Samara Sin. What's Samara Sin's name on here? Because her name is like something like Samara Sin _. Oh, here it is. The Samara Sin. So she retweeted it. She still only got 2,000 on Twitter, but she don't be on Twitter though. Let me see if I can find my tweet to her. Hold on. Because I was just like, yo, this is crazy, bro. Man, why? Here's my tweet. Where am I tweeted? Hold on. Advanced search. We're gonna do advanced search. Talk to shine, you owe me some money. Stuttering, stuttering. I don't do the fumbling like yeah. Hey, shut up. All right, cool. I'm about to pull this up because I want to see it just for myself because I don't even remember what I said. There it is. It was August 2024. So this was just last August. Dang, I ain't known Samara Sin for more than a year. I feel like I've known her, listened to her for 2-3 years. Hey, but shout out Samara Sin. I Get Around Freestyle is the favorite thing I've heard today. Crazy. Listen to it if you get a moment. And then like shortly after that, she got signed. She started pushing out these singles and highly produced music videos. She's open for Smino, and a lot of people, just dope people, have co-signed her. I think she's got the look. She can rap. A lot of people, the knock against her, they say like she sounds too much like Doja Cat, but I think she's dope, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Shout out to her, bro. I hope she makes it real far. But yeah, that's my favorite artist on here. Laser Dim. He's from Georgia. He's got one of my favorite songs. I don't know when that song came out. That's one of my favorite songs because I don't want to say one of my favorite songs ever, but it's definitely one of my favorite songs. If it came out last year, I'll say one of my favorites. Yeah, it came out last year. One of my favorite songs of 2024 all time, bro. It's amazing, dog. It's a like the beat sound like you playing a game, but you floating in the air, bro. Kicking this and I speak game. I ain't chain color my fit chain. I tell Twitter my right name. I read it, bruh. Trying to get me a Supreme collab, but the rollers are there. I love that song, bro. Jello, of course. Can you please say that for me? I've been both up in the precinct and the free pound past 3 and the piece up in the passage and the passage of the and the G's been found as on the can you breathe? Can you breathe? I like that joint. I don't feel like I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna throw no shade. But I will say this. My fun fact of the XXL freshman list will always be Ruby Rose was an XXL freshman. Always be my fun fact, bro. Ian, it makes sense, bro. He got motion. Whether or not you like him, bro, he got motion, bro. He like one of the hottest young kids out here, man. Your girl trying to hit this. I guess I could take one too. I don't care if I take one small. I'm saying fake was too. If I look in the mirror and saw you, I probably would hate me too. Can't go fast. Yeah, make that room. That Magic Johnson. Money taught that Magic Johnson. Ray Vaughn was sliding for K-Dot, trying to get on. He was pushing his way in the beef and things of that sort. A lot of people say his album was really good. I never gave it a listen. But his manager, shout out to his manager and everything like that. I just ran into him in LA. And I said, what's up to everybody over there? And one of his artists that he pushes, Mia Snow. Shout out Mia Snow out there in LA. So shout out to both of them. I don't know where I was going with that. But the 1900 Rugrat, I'm kind of surprised Georgiana isn't on there now that Rugrat's on there. But yeah, Rugrat, he got this song. Well, he's on the remix with Georgiana for I'll turn you up. That's if you let me. It's probably like my biggest guilty pleasure in hip hop song 2024/2025 because I don't know when that came out. I gotta look that up. I'll turn you up if you let me. Because it goes against like everything pretty much good. Wow. Okay, Dodash. Look at Dodash. Okay, Dodash. All right, Dodash. All right. Hold on. Let me go back to the thing though. I'll turn you up. That's if you let me. Because it goes against everything about like hip hop. Let's keep this to the real ones, to the ones that. But that joint right there, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. That joint hard. I'll turn you up. That's if you let me. Let me see what it says. The update. What the upload date was. December 2024. So they just beat it for 2024. That was my guilty pleasure song of 2024, man. Do you need XXL to blow up these days? No. You don't. I don't think you needed it back in the day either. Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. Okay. I'll say this. I feel like it still introduces you to a large group of people, bro, that didn't know you. Cause like a lot of these folks, they're like some of the biggest artists, new artists. I don't think they're all of the biggest new artists because a lot of new artists they turn down the cover nowadays for some reason. I don't know why. Um, but it still introduces you to a large audience, you know what I'm saying? In my opinion. Because there's a lot of folks like me, I follow music. I'm not necessarily working full time, kind of like covering music like I was the last 3 years before this year and stuff like that. I'm back to just more of a casual listener. And for me to know all the names but not know all the faces, like I know this is why TB fat now. This is how he looks. This is how Lil Shimmy looks now. This is how M Triplin. Even though I've seen M Triplin before, it just reinforces it. Okay, that's how those guys look. And I think that's what the XXL freshman still does. But more than anything, I think for hip hop heads, it's like a good thing to have on your resume. Like double XL freshman, like you could put that on your resume. It's kind of like a Grammy nominated, Grammy award winning for like underground hip hop and things of that sort. I feel like you don't need it, but it's a cool addition. It's a cool addition. Let them cook. Shout out to Glorilla, man. Who was that XXL? Was Glorilla XXL freshman? Glow might have turned down the list, bro. Let me see. I don't remember Glorilla doing a XXL freshman. Glorilla XXL freshman. She was. I do not remember Glorilla being an XXL freshman, bro. She was a freshman 2023. Wow. Okay, let me look at this list. Let me see if I can even know these people. Tia Kareem, Too Rare. This is Give Me David. No, that's not him. But that's Buddy B and he be beefing with the little kid, his stepson, King. It's crazy I know King, but I'm struggling with his name. I've interviewed this dude too before. Dang, I forgot his name. I forgot his name. I'm not looking here to the side, by the way. Friday, Lola Brooke, Real Boss and Richie, Central C. This is a good class. Glorilla, Lil Tyler. I've interviewed this dude multiple times. Sleazy World Go, Rob 49, and DC the Don. I know this dude, bro. He from Memphis. I've talked to him. Dang, what's his name, bro? Finesse 2 times. But yeah, so Glorilla was apparently a freshman. But Glorilla not on. Oh, there she is right there. I'm tripping. I'm tweaking. The best AI hip hop song so far. There were signs. Y'all. But yeah. That was that 2025. So I say congratulations. Who's the people? I didn't see a big outrage on who didn't make it this year. It'll never be 2016. Oh, here we go. No B-Lo. Oh, he naming all them like young kids. I do not know. I do know Rack Baby. I've heard of Hurricane Wisdom. FCG. He naming all these like super underground folks. He said, "Brain hole." Please explain to me how Blow was going to participate in XXL from the dark parts of prison. He been making that music this way, but how is he gonna be on the cover, bro? Like you can't be on the cover. They said get him on the phone. That's funny. All right, LeAngelo Ball made the freshman list before Joel and Pete. Nola O, Netspin, Skywater, Xavier, Fake Mint. For the last few years, these names have all been Xbox gamer tags. Hey, the underground gets crazier than this. These are more like surface level, like, you know what I'm saying, mainstream acts. Best class in a long time, not gonna lie. I only know Rayvon and Ian. Anyone else worth listening to? Samar Sen, bro. Samar Sen. And yeah. Yeah. Jello, they're laughing at Jello. Ain't no way Jello there off one song. Can You Please was hard. As rubbish as it is, it's the best class I've seen in years, and that's saying a lot. Ian clears, and it's not even close. I feel like people say that every year. People say this is the best class in years. This is the worst class ever. Every year they do. Rap fall off needs to be studied. The 2017 class, I think a hot take. It wasn't even that good for real, because it was like Ugly Guy really was a freshman in 2015. Yes, X popped off that year. I think that was accurate. His man Kyle popped off. Kyle popped off in like 2013, bruh. um, what would I say? I just fell in Cap G. Would I say he popped? I don't know when girlfriend was. Whenever girlfriend was. Kamaya valid. A Boogie valid for that time. P&B Rock valid for that time. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, P&B Rock. Rest in peace, X. Well, some people that might be controversial to say rest in peace for X. But anyways, Playboy Cardi, definitely a W. When did Bad Thing that did come out in 2016? Mine, shout out Mine, and then Made in Tokyo, Uber everywhere and all. That was 2015, and they put them on 2017. Like that's crazy. Like so, this was past due. Everybody else past due low key for Cardi too, but 2017 was Magnolia, so I guess like that was his introduction to the mainstream. And then this list, it's crazy how everybody like this the best list hands down. Cause all right, Anderson Paak pretty big, 21 Savage pretty big, Kodak Black pretty big, Uzi got pretty big, Yachty is fairly big. Dave was like award-winning claim show. Herb Swerve is pretty big. Denzel Curry is pretty big in his lane. Dave East is still kind of underground. He's still kind of where he was before, but in terms of rapping, he elite rapper. And then Designer, he was big at the time. Shout out to Designer, man. He keeping up. He doing his real estate and things of that sort. Shout out to him. Rayvon is alone light year ahead of any of these dudes. Putting him on this list is disrespect. Let's be clear. Hip hop died again. Samara Sin. Oh, someone asking where Win at. Uh-oh. Who are these people? See, like, this is exactly why you still need to have a list, SSB. People don't know these folks. Ray, the only rapper. Samara Sin. What is a Samara Sin? This is crazy. Samara Sin erasure. XXL still a thing. I haven't heard a freestyle in years. Oh, Shimmy Nino Pay. Oh, the freestyles and the ciphers last year were horrific, bro. Cash Cobain said, "Oh yeah, my cipher was terrible. I ain't even gonna lie, and I don't care." Bro, that come on, dog. That was crazy. But he wasn't that type of artist. But I remember like Lucky was talking about these artists ain't made for the. I'm like, bro, that's crazy. Like, that's just crazy, dog. Like, you get paid to rap. Rap. All right, next, man. Dewanna Bonner, DB, is headed for a breakup now with the Indiana Fever. When DB deleted all her posts with the Fever, I thought she was going to retire. I thought she was going to prove RP Devontae Davis. I thought she was going to pull Avante Davis, man. But she didn't. She just demanded a trade. So this is from Front Office Sports. From Annie. Once again, shouts out to Annie. She be getting all the scoops and things of that sort. Sorry, I got my laptop moving everywhere. I probably need to start using my camera again for streams, but this is just more convenient. I think when I get back home, I'm gonna use the camera. You guys don't care about that. Fever and Bonner headed for a breakup. Here's what we know. According to multiple league sources, Dewanna Bonner has no interest in returning to play for the Fever. Dun dun dun. Oh, hold on. Let me get this right. Pillow right in the background. Dewanna Bonner's days with the Indiana Fever could be coming to an end. According to multiple league sources, the two-time WNBA champion has no interest in returning to play for the Fever. Those same sources indicated Bonner's preferred landing spots are with the Phoenix Mercury or the Atlanta Dream. So back to the Phoenix Mercury and with her wife, Alyssa Thomas, AT, or to Atlanta. Everybody want to go to Atlanta because you see the vibe there. The vibes are good. The team is playing well this season. CBG down there having a good time. Tina Charles had a good time last year, even though they weren't winning as much. Who don't want to go to Atlanta? The atmosphere is good. It's a small arena, like a capacity of like 3,500. You know what I mean? So every game sold out. It's loud. They do a great job with in-game entertainment, with the voice of Atlanta basketball, everything like that. Who don't want to go to Atlanta? I say all that to say that. DJ Chalet does a great job. Shout out to Bree Janelle once again, the voice of Atlanta basketball. Bonner started 3 games for the Fever to start the season, and before she was benched in favor of shooting guard Lexi Hole. After 6 games coming off the bench, Bonner was ruled out by the Fever due to quote unquote personal reasons. The 6-time All Star, averaging 7.1 points, 3.8 rebounds, 1.6 assists in 9 games she played before her absence. She had 5 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists in her last game with the Fever on Juneteenth against the Dream. Multiple sources told Front Office Sports that the fit in Indiana was off from the beginning. Bonner, who was signed to be an anchor of hold on. With championship experience for the team's young core, was expected to be a starter. The Fever declined to comment. Trade or waive? The Fever could be facing a couple of potential scenarios. The first, although unlikely, according to multiple sources, is a trade. The Mercury have 88,000 in cap space, according to SportsRack, and the Dream have 23,000. Considering most players with salaries comparable to Bonner will likely be off limits in the trade, a package could end up including one or more player to clear up cap space. All right. However, the more likely scenario, which does benefit little to benefit the Fever, is waiving her because Bonner is an unprotected contract. The Fever could waive Bonner and only be responsible for her prorated salary. At the midpoint of the WNBA season, with the unprotected contracts become fully guaranteed, the only thing the Fever stands with is to gain the scenario's cap space. Excuse me. If the Fever were to waive Bonner, where are we at? If the Fever were to waive Bonner, the teams have 48 hours to claim her off of waivers. If no team does that, she becomes an unrestricted free agent. The current veteran minimum had to get my mic right. Had to get the mic right. Had to get the mic right. Mic got unplugged. If the Fever, geez Louise, if the Fever were to waive Bonner, teams will have 48 hours. The minimum is $78,831. $31. $78,831, which means the Mercury could sign Bonner without making any roster cuts if the Fever were to waive her and she clears the 48-hour waiver window. So, sounds like Phoenix is going to be it, man. Phoenix is going to be the spot for DB teaming back up with AT. I was surprised when AT even signed outside of Indiana to leave her wife again. It was kind of like, oh, okay. Did the WNBA minimum go up? I thought it was $60K. No, it's the vet minimum. It was the vet minimum. That's why. Right there. So yeah. With this, man, what do I have to say about it? It's interesting because from the looks of it, she looked like she fell off, bro. She looked like she fell off. She looked like she was washed, all of the above at the beginning of the season. But you have to point to this. Tina Charles, bro. Tina Charles, the year she went to Phoenix and they were supposed to be a super team and stuff like that, and it didn't work out, and BG went to jail, prison or jail. It was like, man, Tina Charles has lost it because, like I think in the middle of the season, she was gone off of Phoenix and then she ended up on Seattle and then she was kind of like just okay. Man, she was out for a year and then Atlanta calls her. She signs with Atlanta. We thought she was retired, but she comes back and she has a great season with Atlanta. And that played her into another contract this year with Connecticut. And so I say all of that to say, even though Dewanna Bonner looked terrible, horrific with Indiana this season, the start of the year, it could be fit because we seen Tina Charles late in her career not look good, take some time away, come back and look amazing. So I say all of that to say, hey, it still could be a thing, man. Shout out to DB. Best of luck to you and your bounce back. And it looks like it's probably gonna be Phoenix. Let's look at the Phoenix roster before I just say that and then kind of move on. So she'll be backing up Satu. She'll be backing up Satu. Where we at? Where we at? Let me get a roster, man. Phoenix Mercury roster. Oh, they got the stats up here on their page. I like this. Satu averaging 19, 8, and 2. Shout out to the unicorn. Copper 13, 2 and 2. Lexi Held is averaging 8, 1 and 1. Tasha Mack averaging 4 rebounds, 3 points. Monique is averaging 8 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. Kitaja Laxka is averaging 9 points, 1 and 1. Megan. So yeah, she be backing up Satu. You got the West Beld right here. AT averaging 14, 7, and 9. Yeah, Semi Whitcomb averaging 9, 3, and 2. Kalani Brown averaging 5, 6, 4, and 1. Musa is averaging 3, 4, and 3. Then we already did everybody else. So yeah. Shoot. Yeah, I think she good enough. She could back up Satu, things of that sort. They have the money for it. I think she's going to Phoenix. If Atlanta don't have the move for it, they're gonna have to trade and cut other players. It ain't worth it. I don't think it's many players on Atlanta that you would do that for. For a respectfully. Also, Atlanta's close to Auburn, her alma mater, things of that sort. You know what I mean? Respectfully. Oh, and she's from Fairfield, so that's darn near. That's darn near Atlanta. Well, no, it was an hour and a half from Atlanta, but shout out to Fairfield, man. Shout out to Fairfield. Shout out Fairfax. Shout out to Valley. Shout out West Point. Shout out Lynette. If you know, you know. My former stumping grounds. 37 though. I'm not clearing out multiple players on the roster when you guys are, 5 games over 500. I know y'all lost to Dallas tonight, but you know what I'm saying? Y'all still how many games over 500? 5 games over 500. I ain't you know what I mean? I ain't doing that. Clearing out multiple players on the roster for that. For a 37-year-old. I ain't doing that. So you can go enjoy Phoenix. Be reunited with your wife, and best of luck to y'all finishing up the year and stuff like that. Monica and Brandy are going on tour. The boy is mine. How's anybody here? Is mine. Special guest Kelly Rowland, Money Long, and Jamal Roberts. This was written by Stephen J. Horowitz. That sound like the dang dude to be sending out the PR thing for our label. Anyway, Brandy and Monica have announced their first ever co-headlining tour, The Boy Is Mine tour, featuring special guests Kelly Rowland, Money Long, and American Idol. Oh, so he's American Idol winner. Jamal Roberts. Shout out to him. The R&B Titan will hit the road for a 24 city arena tour kicking off in Cincinnati on October 16th. Stops on the tour include Atlanta, Los Angeles, and Brooklyn, and New Orleans before headed down to Houston for a final show on December 7th. The Boys Mind Tour is, of course, named after their iconic 1998 hit. Spent a record-breaking 13 consecutive weeks on number 1 on Billboard Hot 100. Though they've had some tension over the years, they've collaborated several times since then, including on the 2012's It All Belongs to Me and last year on Ariana Grande's The Boys Mind remix, which earned them a Grammy nomination for the Best Pop Group Performance. This is really a full circle moment, said Brandy in the statement. Monica and I coming together isn't just about music, it's about honoring where we came from and how far we've come. The Boys Mind was a defining chapter in R&B, and to share the stage all these years later is a bigger than a reunion. It's a celebration of growth, sisterhood, and the love our fans have given us from day one. Monica adds, the love that the boys' mind continues to receive means everything to me. This tour is a celebration of our history, our impact, and the fans who have grown with us. Brandy and I have been on our own unique journeys, and coming back together in this way is a reminder of the power of respect, strength, and real music. We're giving the people what they've been asking for and doing it with grace, love, and purpose. God's timing perfectly aligned with us. The pre-sale for the Boys Mind Tour starts on June 26th from 10 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. Okay. And here are the dates. Cincinnati, Milwaukee, Chicago, Indianapolis, Memphis, Atlanta, Greensboro, North Carolina, Baltimore, Maryland, Las Vegas, Nevada, Oakland, California, Los Angeles, California, Charlotte, North Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina, Birmingham, Alabama, St. Louis, Missouri, Brooklyn, New York, Newark, New Jersey, Atlantic City, New Jersey, Hampton, Virginia, Detroit, Michigan. What up, though? Washington, D.C., New Orleans, Louisiana, baby, the 504. Fort Worth, Texas, Houston, Texas, and Money Long is not appearing at certain dates. She's not appearing in Hampton, Virginia, and that's it. Oh, she's just not showing up for Hampton, Virginia. She must have a predetermined thing. But hey, sounds like a good tour, good old R&B, and pushing for the next guy, like the American Idol winner. I like that. I like how people been treating him with Fantasia, you know what I'm saying, warning him about the industry and everything like that. And now, Monica and Brandy taking him on tour. Salute to them. And shout out to Money Long, of course. Nobody knows me like you do know. Jabari Peoples. This is an official statement from the family of Jabari Peoples. At the time I'm recording this was 5 hours ago. All right. On the night of June 23rd. What was this? 2 days ago, at approximately 9:30 p.m., our loved one, Jabari Latrell Peoples, was pew 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 and unalived by an officer affiliated with the law enforcement in Homewood, Alabama, near Lakeshore Boulevard. At no point were we notified by law enforcement, what in the world, or medical personnel. Instead, our family was contacted by the Jefferson County Coroner's Office at 10 a.m. the following morning, over 12 hours after Jabari was, wow. By the time we were contacted, his body had already been transported. An autopsy had been conducted without our knowledge or consent, and we were instructed to send a funeral home to retrieve him. We were denied the right to identify him. We were denied the right to be present. We were denied basic dignity. Contrary to the reports and assumptions being pushed publicly, Jabari was not armed. He was not aggressive. He did not resist. He complied. He was approached by an individual in an unmarked vehicle with no lights, no sirens, no visible identification. The officer exited the car, tapped on the window, and told the occupants to exit. They followed the directions. Jabari complied, and within seconds, he was taken to the ground and hit up. A witness was present. That person saw everything. There was no weapon, there was no threat. And once Jabari was hit, the officer took no life saving action, no CPR, no medical attention, nothing. He was left out to bleed out on the street. Jabari was a college student. He had a family. He had a future. He was unarmed. He was complied. He complied, and now he's gone. We have not received a full incident report. We have not been given footage. We have not heard one word explanation from the Homewood Police Department, but we have heard the lies. We've read the headlines and we watched the attempts to twist the narrative. Let us be clear. This was not just negligence. It was a violation of Jabari's civil rights, of our family's human rights, of due process, and of decency. We are demanding immediate public release of the full police report, all available body cam and dash cam footage, identification of the police involved, a full independent investigation, accountability at every level. We will pursue this case until the truth is fully exposed and justice is served, not only for Jabari, but for every family who's ever been forced to bury a loved one without answers. Say his name, Jabari Latrell Peoples. His life matter. His unaliving will not be ignored, and his story will not be rewritten. Hashtag justice for Jabari Peoples. Hashtag say his name. Hashtag Homewood BD. Hashtag Lakeshore Boulevard. Hashtag Birmingham, Alabama. Hashtag police brutality. Hashtag UAB hospital. Hashtag we need answers. Hashtag no justice, no peace. Hashtag another black life stolen. Homewood, Alabama, Lakeshore Boulevard. We demand transparency, justice, and full accountability from the family, the loved ones of Jabari Latrell Peoples, at everybody. And here he is, 2024 graduate, bro. There it is, bro. Me sharing that. Man. Rest in peace to this young man. Prayers up to his family. Everything like that, man. Tough, tough, tough to see. Tough to see. Yeah. Developing case will follow along as it goes. And yeah. Here's Mina Kimes and Pablo's turn. Speaking about begging for access and their time as full-time sports magazine writers. Worse. It's gotten worse. Cause nobody no it like the trust is gone, bro. The trust is gone. And then like a lot of people, a lot of athletes and public figures, they feel like they can just tell their own stories, stream, do their own platform thing and stuff like that. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna rewrite the narrative. We ain't gonna let the deter the narrative. Like Trey Young started a podcast and he said it was really just because he heard a lot of stuff about him and he created a podcast to like make sure that untrue narratives about him just weren't able to live. He could rewrite them and stuff. So I say it's gotten worse now. With stuff beyond the surface. Stuff on the surface, a cute little cell phone video. Do a TikTok dance. What's your favorite Love Island character? Like you can get that. But like the deep stuff, sit down, tell me who you are as a person. All that stuff is more difficult. What in the world is going on? What is going on right now? I don't know what's going on with my camera. All right. All right. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. It's kind of worse. Shoot. Hmm. See, Mina Kimes is very mature and everything like that. You could tell she's a vet. She could tell she got a year because she said one NFL player. Me, I let y'all know every single time. Man, I don't like so and so because we were supposed to do an interview and they didn't even do it, and they ghosted me twice. And then we finally did the interview and it was cool, but like I can't get that out of my head. I was just trying to do much. I'll let you know. Richard Jefferson, bro. I was like 10 years old at the Hawks game. New Jersey Nets were in town. I had a Richard Jefferson basketball card, and I held it out with like a pen, and Richard was walking back out from halftime slowly. Nobody around him, nothing. No fanfare. All the fanfare was for, who would you think? Vince Carter and Jason Kidd. I think Vince Carter was on the team at the time, yeah. Held it out. RJ. He walks past me so slow, looks at me, and just goes, I'm not an adult. Like, I'm not 18, 20, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a time where I bought a Dale Curry jersey, Charlotte Hornets, and it was cold. And then like Charlotte was in town, and Dale was, you know what I'm saying, the person on the broadcast. So I literally sat behind him, and I had to like yell his name for like 5 minutes for him to finally turn around and sign it. And I got it afterwards because it's like I'm older, I'm no longer a kid, and like I think with adults, when you ask for autographs, they like automatically assume you're gonna sell it. And it's like, no, bro. I just wanted a cool, dope autograph jersey from Dale Curry. Like, it's swag. I don't know if he's even still in here. I don't know where it's at. But like, it's swag, bro. Like, that's the reason why I wanted it. But like as a kid, bro, just sign a basketball card, Richard Jefferson. But I tell that story to say this. I still don't like Richard Jefferson. Dang. And speaking of Pablo, he is mentioned in this thing that I do not know about. Pro Football Talk, the NFL and NFLPA managed to conceal a landmark ruling in a collusion case against the league for more than 5 months. Pablo Torre got his hands on it, and we broke it all down on Pablo Finds Out. Shout out to Pablo Torre, bro, doing some great work. This is written by Mike Florio of Pro Football Talk. Both sides determined to keep it a secret. Some in the media were determined not to allow that to happen. With both the NFL and the NFL Players Association refusing to release a 60-page ruling by the system arbitrator Christopher Drani and a collusion grievance regarding guarantees of contracts of certain veteran players, two members of the media, Pablo Torre and yours truly, kept pushing. We had a friendly competition to see who can get it first. Pablo won. I'm glad he did. In the NFL media ecosystem, more than 90% of the quote-unquote journalism isn't journalism at all. It's positioning to advance notice of an announcement that inevitably will be made. The real journalism, and only the real journalism in this space, comes from the findings out, the things that they don't want us to know. Wow. And they here, the NFL and NFLPA, didn't want anyone to know the outcome of the collusion grievance. Although the NFL won, the NFL lost. As Johnny wrote at page 55, 55 and 56 of the January 14th, 2025 ruling, there's quote unquote little question that the NFL Management Council, with the blessing of the commissioner, encouraged all 32 NFL teams to reduce the guarantees and veterans contracts at the end of March 2022 annual owners meeting. In other words, the NFL wanted its members teams to collude. That meeting only happened 2 days after the Browns gave a 5-year, fully guaranteed $230 million contract to quarterback Deshaun Watson. It also happened only 2 years after the NFLPA tried for a second time to make all players' contracts fully guaranteed as a part of the broader collective bargaining agreement. The league had fended off the effort in 2011 and 2020, and the league didn't want to concede fully guarantees its piecemeal basis with one team at a time, giving players fully guaranteed deals until they became the norm. Excuse me. Oh. The league ultimately won because Droney found the evidence introduced at the 2024 hearing did not prove by a clear preponderance of the evidence that the teams accepted and acted on the encouragement, excuse me, of the NFL Management Council. I got a lot going on reading this story. For anyone who has followed the inner workings of the league over the years, that's an astounding conclusion, one that defies common sense. Why have a management council if the teams are going to ignore the things that they encourage teams to do? Some would say it's stronger than encouragement. Some would say encouragement of the management council must be followed. We'll have so much to say about the evidence in Johnny's case, possible reasons for finding out that basically the NFL was the gang that couldn't collude straight. For now, check out the latest episode of Pablo Finds Out with yours truly, riding shotgun, for more information of one source with the knowledge of the proceedings described as the most significant ruling in American sports since 1994. Dang. And both sides managed to hide it from everyone for months. Indeed, even though the NFL won, it was caught with its hands in the collusion cookie jar, and the league was saved only by the Johnny believed no cookies were consumed, despite the pervasive crumbs. Salute to these young boys. Like they say, real journalists, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Hold on, fam. All right, next thing next. I'm sorry I'm going through these things so fast. Carmelo Anthony has been indicted for the unaliving in the Frisco track meet. Yang of Austin Metcalf, officials say. Here we go. Carmelo Anthony indicted for the yang unaliving in the Frisco track meet of Austin Metcalf, officials say. This is written by Rachel Bimit, of CBS 19, Frisco, Texas. Carmelo Anthony, the teen accused of the fatal gang of another team, Austin Metcalf, at a Frisco track meet, has been indicted for a felony. No, not a felony. For an unaliving charge, officials said. A grand jury indicted Anthony on Tuesday, according to the Collin County District Attorney's Office. An unaliving charge is punishable up for 5 to 99 years or life in prison. Anthony, 17-year-old former student at Frisco Centennial High School, was arrested and charged with the unaliving of the fatal gang of Frisco Memorial High School student athlete Austin Metcalf in April at a track meet in Frisco's Independent School District's Kendall Stadium. He was released from jail later that month after his bond was reduced from $1 million to $250,000. Anthony has claimed self-defense in the case, which garnered national attention, heightening racial tensions and raising security concerns among everyone connected to the case, including both families and Judge Angela Tucker, who is presiding over the case. We know this case has struck a deep nerve here in Collin County and beyond. Collin County District Attorney Greg Willis said in a statement on Tuesday, that's understandable. When something like this happens at a school event, it shakes people to the core. But the justice system works best when people move with steadiness and principle. Sorry, give me a second. And principle. That's what we're committed to, and that's exactly what this case deserves. Anthony's attorney, Mike Howard, said Tuesday's indictment was, quote unquote, an expected and routine step in to the legal process. Quote unquote, Carmelo and his family are confident in the justice system and the people of Collin County to be fair and impartial, Howard said. Of course, Carmelo looks forward to the day he walks in court. It's only in a trial that a jury will hear the full story, one that includes critical facts and context that the grand jury simply didn't get to hear. Howard again raised Anthony's self-defense claim in his statement on Tuesday, quote unquote, we expect when the full story is heard, the prosecution will not be able to rule out the reasonable doubt that Carmelo Anthony may have acted in self-defense. Howard said, self-defense is a fundamental right guaranteed to every American. Metcalf's father, Jeff Metcalf, told WFAA in a statement that he's, quote unquote, pleased that we are moving forward, quote unquote, with the first degree indictment. It now goes into the court system, Jeff Metcalf said. I fully believe that justice will be served for Austin Metcalf. I look forward to the forthcoming trial, but I will never get my son back. Under his bond conditions, Anthony is required to wear an ankle monitor and ask for permission to leave his home. If Anthony violates any conditions of his bond, he will return to jail. He graduated and received his high school diploma in May, but did not attend the ceremony. WFAA WFAA previously reported. Anthony allegedly confessed to the Yank Gang Gang immediately after he was arrested, claiming he was defending himself from Metcalf, officials said, as WFAA previously reported. A witness reportedly told police that Metcalf told Anthony he had to move out there from under the Memorial High School tent. Anthony responded by opening his bag and reaching inside, WFAA previously reported. Touch me and see what happens, Anthony told Metcalf, according to a witness. Metcalf reportedly then touched Anthony. The witnesses told a responding officer, and Anthony told Metcalf to punch him to see what would happen soon after. The witness said Metcalf reportedly grabbed Anthony and tell him to move, at which point the affidavit continues. Anthony reportedly pulled out what witnesses recalled as a black weapon and yank Metcalf once in the chest before running away. The deep tension sparked the incident has raised concerns that the case may be tried outside of Collin County. Collin County District Attorney Greg Willis told WFAA that the judge will make that decision at the time of the trial. So there's that. All right. And the next thing is a video about this indictment. We will look at the video now together. So there it is, man. There it is. All right. And I guess to end on some more positive, just goofy stuff. This dude for the past few years has just used his entire social media to make jokes about or to tell us who's going to World War III. So here's one. Think about that. What a severe addiction. So if you like a crack addict, what? Yes, bro, This whole page. All right, man. Shouts out to this young man for making this advice from Lewis. Funny, like just series and things of that sort. I'm wiped out. I'm pooped. We did 2 hours and 15 minutes of Hawks of Birds and Buckets, and now a 1.5 hour nearly stream here tonight. So everybody have a good night. I'm about to upload the Dream press conference, and then I'm going to sleep. You all take care of yourself. Y'all enjoy the draft tomorrow, all the good things, and yeah, I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Peace. Oh, have a good morning, have a good day, have a good evening, have a good night whenever you're watching this. And if nobody else told you today, I care for you. I will see you tomorrow because I stream every single day.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but.
Enjoy Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
We can't ask Rashad a question.
Okay, Rashad.